According to the Horner family legend, sometime in 1817, there came a knocking at their door one late afternoon. Upon opening the door, Jacob discovered an elderly Shawnee Indian man holding a peace pipe. Jacob invited the man inside, but he refused to enter, unless Jacob would come outside and share in smoking the peace pipe with him. Mr. Horner agreed, and the two men found a comfortable spot under a big shade tree to sit down, smoke, and converse. The Shawnee man introduced himself as Chief Four Toes and explained that this was the previous location of his village, and through the years of the war, he had longed to return to his favorite hunting grounds in the Blue River Valley. The two men smoked and talked for a while before Jacob invited the chief inside for dinner with his family. During dinner, Chief Four Toes relayed to the Horner family his other reason for returning to the area, telling them of the tragic demise of his young daughter, the Princess Eva, and his desire to honor her memory in the place she had died. Inevitably, Jacob Horner extended an invitation to Chief Four Toes to stay with his family at their inn. The chief heartily agreed and ended up staying with them for 3 years, sharing an upstairs bedroom with Jacob's younger brother, John Horner. During his stay, Chief Four Toes would frequently wade out to the rock in Blue River that claimed his daughter's life. Here, he would sit atop the rock, wash his hands in the water, chant prayers, and weep for young Eva. Before departing the Horner family, the chief respectively asked them to honor Eva's memory in his absence, and the family promised the aging Indian she would not be forgotten. John Horner took Chief Four Toes in his wagon to a shipping port near the Falls of the Ohio in 1820. Here the chief met up with many other local Indian tribes, including Delaware, Munsee, Wyandot, and other Shawnee, as they were being forced westward by the military might of the United States government. The chief and the other Indians took a steamer down the Ohio, towards the Mississippi and their new reservation lands in Kansas and Oklahoma, most departing this land of the Indians, never to return. The Horner legend goes on to report that even after Chief Four Toes was relocated west of the Mississippi River, he continued to periodically return for extended stays for many years, lodging with the Horners, hunting with Jacob and John, and honoring the memory of his daughter with his normal rituals. When exactly the chief stopped visiting Washington County is lost to history, but the Horner family assumed the sad old man had finally passed away. Through the years, the legend of the Shawnee Princess Eva continued, as several reputable Fredericksburg citizens claimed young Eva's spirit could still be found some nights, riding her horse along the banks of Blue River. One such story was related to the late, great, longtime Historical Society member Ben Weathers by longtime Fredericksburg resident Laura Beard Martin before her passing. According to Mrs. Martin, one morning in the early 1900s, she was out on her porch before sunrise on a late autumn morning, doing the chores of shaking rugs and sweeping off the porch. It was a very foggy morning, which was commonplace in the fall, living so close to the river. Suddenly, some movement along the riverbank caught Laura's attention, and through the gauzy pre-dawn light, she saw a young Indian girl riding a pony emerge through the misty fog. Mrs. Martin said she was frozen with bewilderment as the young girl rode up and down the east bank of the river, as many as 3 or 4 times before she simply dissipated into the fog. Ben Weathers claimed he heard nearly identical stories while growing up in that area from later descendants of the Horner family and members of his own family who claimed they had encounters with the spirit of Princess Eva. Ben said he camped out at least 3 times along those banks, hoping to catch a glimpse of Princess Eva, but was never fortunate enough to have an encounter. Perhaps Eva's spirit was still seeking a better crossing point in the river, or maybe she continues to ride even today in search of her missing people.